Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Rachel if you don't know me, and I'm here to be friends with you. That's creepy. Why would you say that? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. I thought it would be fun. I did a Q&A recently, gearing up for a video I'm gonna do with my husband about our coffee shop, and we're gonna answer all things to do with him and the coffee shop. But I had a few questions that came through that had nothing to do with him or the coffee shop. So I thought, hey, let's do a get ready with me and talk makeup as well as answer just a few fun questions. So let's dive in. So for this hair today, we are going to have fun using one of the products I talked about in my last video, which was my current faves. This is still currently a fave. I'm just kind of feeling the beach wave today. That's literally smoking. Can you even see that? I don't think you can at all, but it is totally smoking. For a little heat protectant, I'm gonna use just this keratin oil. It is some random brand I found at TJ Maxx for like $6. So while I get started on my hair, let's look at the first question, which is such a good question. It is, how is it for me transitioning being a stay-at-home mom? And we've successfully completed 2 weeks. So I feel like I actually have some thoughts and feelings on it now. For the first week or so, people will be like, how's it going? And I'm like, I haven't even had one moment to process really all the transitions and changes from leaving the job I had for almost 9 years to being at home. That's a huge transition. As well as Willow turned 1 that same week. So it was like bam, bam, bam. But after a couple weeks now, I'm feeling like I'm settling in and it's going really well. Thank you for asking. I feel like after a couple months, I might have way more thoughts formulated for maybe even a whole episode. But for now, I think the biggest win has just been feeling like I just have more margin for everything. Before I was trying to cram in my 3-day work week with a nonprofit, and then I was doing a church admin job, which I was cramming into Thursdays and Fridays, as well as being maintaining our home, trying to spend time with Willow, my friends, all of those things, and trying to be involved in Social Coffee, our business. And I just felt like I am at my wit's end. This isn't sustainable, and I knew it wasn't sustainable. I was only doing all of those things for about 3 months before my full transition out of my nonprofit job. So just opening up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday has just been crazy for me. I don't have to cram everything in Thursdays and Fridays. That's how I felt before. So I've just felt so much more freedom, which has been cool. If Willow doesn't take a good nap one day, I'm not devastated, because I was truly trying to accomplish almost anything I couldn't do with her awake, which was a lot of work stuff for church and social. I was trying to accomplish it during her naps on Thursdays and Fridays. And if she didn't nap Thursday morning, I was almost I can't accomplish it all. I was so defeated already on Thursday morning, when I still had 2 days left to get stuff done, but it just felt not enough time. And I just feel there's more grace for moments for her and me. And she's 1 year old. She's a baby toddler person. We need a lot of that grace, because just things don't go as planned. And I'm learning to deal with that better now that I have a little bit more flexibility just in my schedule throughout the week. I've also already been able to spend more time with friends of mine, both that have kids and don't have kids, which is really nice. We even got to try story time this past week at the local library, and it was just the most stay-at-home mom thing I think I could have even thought of. And not in a good way, not in a bad way, nothing. It's just, as I was there, I was like, whoa, this is what being a stay-at-home mom is. It's being at local library story time. This lady was doing all her songs and her dances, and she was reading all the books and everything, and Willow was literally looking at me like, mother, what did you bring me to? Why are we here? So hoping she warms up to it more soon. She wasn't mad or anything. She was just staring the whole time. She was like, what the heck? That was really comical for me, and I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, you can kind of see how this beach waver does. It's not doing anything. I mean, my hair still looks just like my hair. It doesn't look like I'm doing any crazy styling to it, but this is the side that I haven't done yet. So you can just see lack of definition, still a little frizziness, and this just takes away a little bit of the frizz, but keeps that curvy texture going. I'm loving it. Speaking of this, I almost couldn't find it to make this video. Well, I would have just done my hair a different way, but I literally was searching high and low for this stupid thing, and I was like, I only have so long to make this video if I want to make it, and I honestly just need to get dressed for the day. And I was like, I can't find it. Where is it? I know I had it last week because I made a video with it. And then I was like, you dummy, it's still downstairs where you filmed that video. So that's what I get for not putting my stuff away. I literally thought I was going crazy because I was like, it would literally be nowhere else other than right here, sitting on my vanity or in my bathroom. 2 options. Nope, there was another option, and it was downstairs. Good, let's move on to makeup. Lately, for my moisturizer, before I put my makeup on, I've been putting on this vitamin C brightening serum by Sunday Riley. I like it a lot. My mom got it for me for Christmas, so I really had never tried this brand before, but so far so good. It feels very citrusy. Next up, I will do SPF. If you're not wearing SPF, what are you doing? So this is Milani's SPF BFF drugstore. This costs, I don't know, $7-8, something like that, but comes out like this, goes on, leaves no white cast at all, and it is both a primer for your makeup as well as SPF 30. Let's see what our next question is. Somebody asked if I had any tips for the newborn stage. This is so hard because I'm trying to think of tips that would like be applicable to like anyone and everyone, if that makes sense. Because every baby's different, every mom's different, all of that stuff. And I don't want to be saying anything that then makes anybody feel like I should do this, that, or the other. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm trying to find a way to say this in a way that's helpful and doesn't make anyone want to compare themselves. But, okay, think about this. You're in the newborn stage, so you already know what it was like to be pregnant. Anytime you were pregnant and you said something to the effect of like, oh, I'm so tired, or oh this, or oh that, and then someone goes, well, you just wait till that baby's here and blah, 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 and you're gonna be up all night. And you're like, those 3 words are just so unhelpful. You just wait. You just wait. Because guess what? If I'm first of all taking the time to be vulnerable with you and share, if you ask me how I am and I tell you, which is tired right now, then you should listen to me. And I mean, my feelings are valid and I am tired and that's my experience right now. I don't have a kid that's up in the middle of the night right now. So why should I worry about that? I should just like see how I can best take care of myself right now and how I can find my rest right now, because it doesn't matter how I'm gonna feel later. So I'm not saying that whatsoever. Just know that I'm not in that kind of camp where you say you just wait. But looking back now, having a just turned 1-year-old, looking back to the newborn stage, she did sleep more. And I did have time to do more things, be more flexible with schedules, because my baby personally would sleep anywhere. So I could just take her with me, wear her, go about my day. We're gonna go in with this Rare Beauty foundation, which I'm loving right now. I mentioned in my last video. So depending on, again, if this even applies to you, I don't know if it does. I do think in a sense it kind of does. Newborns sleep more than your baby gets older, and they sleep less. That's just biology. That's just a fact. So just remember that to take advantage of that. We should all take advantage and live in the season that we're in, not in a way to shame, you know, the way you feel. And like, of course you're tired and all that, and newborn season is hard, but just remember that everything is a season. So whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's gonna run out sometime. So like, I guess for me, what was helpful was finding that shift of remembering like, okay, the tough part of the season is temporary. Because again, it's a season. Being up all night, being tired, feeling like I literally can't do anything by myself because this human's attached to me, like things like that. It's a season and it's going to fade. So that is encouraging, knowing that there's a finish line to how I'm feeling in this moment. And then also though, it's like, think of the things that are really easy right now that you won't be able to do later. My baby was napping 4 times a day for at least like an hour. That was more time I was able to do so much more in terms of like cleaning my house, meeting with a friend, I mean, reading, like anything that you find valuable that is harder to do once your kid is mobile and moving and stuff like that. just soak that in because it's a season. So I guess that would be my tip. I think that was my biggest takeaway once like Willow got older, and I'm trying to take that into the next season because it's the same way. So I don't know if any of that made sense or it was helpful, but just, I guess, remember that everything's a season, and to soak up the good parts of the newborn season, which of course is like baby snuggles and loving your child and bonding, but also just like think about anything that you can do now that you won't be able to do when they're 6 months. Anything you can do now that you can't do when they're a year, and just be like, wow, thanks God that I can do this thing right now because you made raising kids into seasons. You did. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that made sense. Okay, how is this foundation looking? How are we feeling about it, friends? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm realizing it's kind of hard to put makeup on and talk, so mad props to everyone on YouTube doing it. All right, we just did that. Let's go in with some bronzer. I have the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Drugstore, love a good price. I think, oh shoot, this thing's literally like burning my antique dresser or vanity. All right, we have turned that off. I need to get something to help that. Hold on. Yeah, it's fine. We're fine. We're good. Cheers. I was not allowed to drink my iced coffee earlier because Willow likes drinking out of straws now. And anything I'm drinking, she must drink. There's no other option. She's also teething right now. So that comes and goes all the time. And so she's just like in a horrible mood all the time. Okay, so this putty bronzer, I put it on with this foundation brush. I also don't know a ton about like the differences between brushes, but see how I put it on? You can see it, it's pigmented, but it blends so easily to just give my face that color that I want. Because it's January and we're not tan right now. I do feel like I was a little heavy-handed on that side. I was really eager to show y'all the application process, and I feel like I added a lot. Hopefully that doesn't come off as orange. Nah, it's good. Nobody cares. Also, makeup can stress people out, and here's the thing. Nobody's gonna look at it as closely as you are in your mirror, and no one cares. So have fun with it. Have a good time. That's what we do. Another question, how does my hair always look so perfect? First of all, you're adorable and you're funny. And your hair is beautiful too. It's all about learning how to take care and style your own hair. Cause I mean, I can look up like tips on how to do like somebody's hair that looks like Hailey Bieber all day long, but my hair is just not fine like her hair. It's not smooth like her hair. My hair is textured and curly, so it's just not gonna be helpful. So find out what kind of hair you have and then find some tips on how to take care and style that hair. Yeah, time for highlighter. I'm using this, my mom gave me this sample, so I don't know anything about this brand, but it's called Araceli and it's called Tequila Highlighter con Agave. And y'all, if you know anything about me, that if I am going for a cocktail, tequila is my friend. That is the liquor I would choose personally. And I really like the way this highlighter works. I don't even know if you can see it in here. But when you turn like that, put a little on my nose, frame the face, boom, we're highlighted. Another fun question was, what is my favorite thing about Wilmington? Now, this, I could go on for literally hours and I won't do that to you. But I think my favorite thing about Wilmington, it's small enough to feel like small. Because if y'all don't know, I'm from Houston. I grew up in Houston and Dallas, Texas, big cities. And you don't see someone you know everywhere you go. And that's not saying that you do in Wilmington either, but it's way more likely. And so I like that it's big enough. It's not like super small town where I go and like everybody knows everybody and you never meet anyone new. Like I'm meeting new people here all the time because it is quite big. But it's small enough to where like I truly do run into people I know lots of places, or I run into people and we know mutual people, and it helps with making friends. It's like, oh, how do you know that person? Oh, this or that, or and usually you can get to know people quicker. And I do feel like there is like more of a community aspect. Like if I met a mom at a park, like depending on who they are and their personality, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it wouldn't be the craziest thing ever for us to meet and then like by the end of it have exchanged like at least Instagram handles or like numbers or something. I do that all the time. I had a meeting with someone the other day It was social related, but like we had such a good meeting and she was newer to town. I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to hang out or like take you to a new restaurant or like whatever. Because that's also one of my favorite things. One of my love languages. I do love Wilmington so much, which is why I think that is like a whole video I need to do, is like things I love about Wilmington, specifically food. Okay, I'm doing something crazy. I haven't done this before. I'm gonna try putting that highlighter on my lids as well, just for some shimmer effect, and see if we like it. Wait, are we seeing a difference? Not enough of one, so I'm gonna try to tap it on my lid with my finger. So you put on your finger like that. Oh yeah. So yeah, without getting into crazy detail, and I'll probably save a lot of that and a lot of Wilmington recommendations for like future videos and stuff, but it's the size of it and the community drivenness, the way that it's driven by community. I mean, you can imagine that's not like a crazy answer coming from me, knowing that, well, maybe you don't know. Our coffee, Social Coffee, our mission statement is to love and serve others through coffee. And we're very community driven. We're all about hosting events. We're all about making you feel like you belong there and saying that like social is a place where you're always loved and you belong, and hopefully you always have a friend at Social Coffee, because that's just the exact kind of space we wanted to create. So we did. But it fits right in with Wilmington. I do feel like there is a vibe like that in Wilmington already. And that's why I love Wilmington. Should we do eyeliner today? I feel like lately I've been trying to do more eyeliner. Now, if you know anything about me, actually nobody knows this about me because I don't talk about it. I suck at doing eyeliner. I still don't understand how to do like wings. I don't know anything, but I do just like to add that like boom boldness before I add my lashes. So that's kind of what we do. We do a really basic eyeliner. It's rarely perfect. In our brows, I'm going to use this Sephora Instabrow Wax Brow Pencil. I don't know how I feel about this thing. I've been using it. You can see it's like an interesting shape. I think I prefer more of like a skinny, like where I can fill it in, but we bought it, so we're still gonna use it. Last up, just L'Oreal basic black mascara. And our last question, I thought it'd be fun to end on a silly one. Or not silly, this could be very serious to you. And if so, I understand. The question is, Shrek 1 or 2? Now, I think it's funny to ask just about Shrek 1 and 2, because there's obviously 4 of them. So it's like, what if I was gonna pick 3 or 4? I'm not. But what if I was? Honestly, I've seen Shrek 1 so many times, I could never count. It's a go-to movie for me. So I don't even really have a reason. Shrek 1, I think it's the best. It's usually the case for all movies or series that have sequels. Like 1 is always the best. Now I will say, whenever I rewatched Shrek 2 recently, being last year, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this is pretty good. So I just want to say it holds up. Like, don't not watch Shrek 2. Keep watching. But Shrek 1 is just always gonna live on for me. Actually, for a while I had a podcast called Rachel Rambles, where I rambled about whatever I wanted, and I did a whole episode about Shrek and my love for Shrek. And I think it was like 20 minutes long. I won't talk about Shrek that long right here. All right, so I am ready for the day. The only thing I'll need is some gold hoops and I'm good to go. That was pretty fun. All right, guys, I am ready for the day. Thank you so much for sending in any questions, for just being a part of this community here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Make sure to follow me over there at Rachel N. Elzy. Also, if you're interested in Social Coffee at all, follow at Social Coffee Supply. I hope that you will hang out. I hope you'll subscribe. We'll be friends. I would love to know, how are you guys doing? What kind of season are you in? What is your why, your purpose for what you are up to lately? Are you kind of like me in a season of transition? Are you kind of feeling like you've got your footing under your steps for whatever season you're in? Let me know. I would actually love this to be a community thing where we get to engage and talk back and forth. So drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.